Hi dear students, uh, welcome to Mindsetters Biology, my first lecture. I'm Dr. Vishal Punjabi. Keur sir has already started with the lecture. So me, Keur sir and Arif sir will be taking your entire biology for your 11th standard as well as 12th standard. Few things we have already spoke in orientation meeting, but even after orientation some students have joined late, and maybe for few things you are not very clear about how to go about. So before I start with the topic, I'll just brief you how the system is going to run. So you have on Tuesday already seen Arif sir's lecture, Keur sir's lecture. Keur sir started with human reproduction topic, and then followed by that in the afternoon you had Zoom session for doubt solving on that particular part. So similar way I'm going to host this lecture on Friday, and on Friday you will go through this lecture same 11 to 12:30, and then around 1 o'clock we will have doubt solving on the same. Now what you need to understand is these are recorded lectures. So for recorded lectures we don't need separate batches. So in biology we won't have any batch per se till the lockdown is there. Once the lockdown is over, once we resume taking lecture in classroom, that time we will make batches. So Vilepale students, those who have taken admission at Vilepale, will have their respective batches. Borivali students will have their respective batches. So you will be allotted with batches once we start with classroom coaching. At the moment when we are going for this online coaching, I will record the lecture, Keur sir will record the lecture, and when Arif sir starts, Arif sir will record the lecture, post it on the group, and then we'll have a common doubt solving session. The advantage of this system is, because these lectures are recorded and we post it on the group, you can see it 2-3 number of times if required. Of course, for doubt solving, first you will complete once, read from notes, and then after reading you will ask your doubts. Then whenever you are studying for tutorial, if you don't remember anything, you can go back to this lecture, see this lecture, come back again to notes, read, and then go ahead. So advantage is you can revise. You can revise through lectures. Second advantage is, while what happens is in Zoom live sessions, because biology is a descriptive subject, we non-stop go on speaking and explaining things. And if by chance few students have internet issues, some students have electricity issues, some students have device issues, किसी भी वजह से अगर you are not able to hear those a part of lecture or the entire lecture, it creates sometimes mess. So for biology, according to us, we are doing this for your senior batch, the batch which is existing in 12th standard, जिनका portion चल रहा है. For them we are following the same method, and they are really happy with this method because not only at their convenience they are able to see the lectures, also when we keep Zoom doubt solving session, their doubts are getting, so it's kind of mix of both recorded lectures as well as Zoom live doubt solving sessions. Otherwise also you can always, if you have any personal doubt which you are not able to clear in Zoom meeting, you can always WhatsApp us. I have posted numbers of KO sir, and my number I have posted on the parents group. So you can copy that number, store that number, and whenever you develop any doubts, any difficulty you have, you can always WhatsApp us or call us if required. Of course, try to see that the reason you're calling is a genuine reason. And also RF's number, I will be posting it on the group once he starts with his lectures. At the moment I've just posted my number and Keur's number. So be prepared for these 2 years. These 2 years are going to be roller coaster ride for you. There will be ups and downs, there will be moments of high and moments of low. So it's like a marathon basically. How in marathon, those who are not used to running marathon, some stretch they'll run, then they'll walk, they'll sit, then they'll run. And once you are used to marathon, what happens? Slowly, the stretch you run becomes more and more. So similarly here, your stamina will go on developing. At the moment we have started with 2 lectures per week. So 1 lecture will be taken by Keur sir and 1 lecture will be taken by me. And slowly, when we'll make it 3 turns a week, since then it will be 1 turn my lecture, 1 turn Keur sir's lecture, 1 turn RF sir's lecture. So advantage is you remain in touch with all the 3 teachers every week. I know some students do feel, sir, 3 different topics are going on, but how does that make any difference? Like for example, Tuesday Keur sir is taking reproduction topic, so for every Tuesday you have to read and revise reproduction topic. Every Friday I am going to take human respiration topic. So what difference does it make if you are revising human respiration? In a way, you're getting variety and you're getting 2 different topics to read. At the same time you are remaining, the most important thing is you remain in touch with teachers every week. If only 1 teacher is taking a topic, the problem is you'll see every teacher after 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, so it becomes difficult to relate. So this is the system we are going to follow every week. Right now we will have 2 lectures. So every Tuesday Keur sir will post the lecture, and every Tuesday you will have DCT of Keur sir's topic. So next Tuesday you will have DCT of Keur sir's topic, daily class tutorial, whatever part he has explained, that part he will have his DCT on Tuesday. And every Friday you will have my lecture and tutorial on my topic. So this Friday obviously no tutorial because up till now I have not explained you anything. But next Friday you will have tutorial. You will have tutorial on whatever I explained today. So whatever I explained today, whatever video lecture you see on Friday, you will have tutorial on next Friday on that particular part. Of course everything will be from notes. Also one more thing I would like to tell you all here, try to stick to the topic. I know you have a lot of time at the moment and you are very curious and you are very enthusiastic, so you keep asking questions from related to the topic, of course, but many questions you ask which is not in syllabus. So like how we say that there is right time for everything. So there is right time for everything means right now you should stick to syllabus, make your syllabus thorough. Don't keep on exploring things which are not required at the moment, because now since you have just started, obviously you have little time at your disposal, but slowly your portion will increase, your content will increase, every subject का homework will be there, lectures will happen, their practice tests will be there, lot many things are going to happen. So it becomes really difficult to concentrate on out of syllabus things. So I am of a belief that right now, till you get a rank and till you get admission in medical college, you should focus on syllabus, because that syllabus is going to give you rank. Anything extra you're studying is not going to help you in NEET. For NEET, most important textbook is NCERT textbook. In Zoom meeting, I am going to guide you all how to go about for biology subject, which all things you need to focus in biology subject. I will talk on that in Zoom meeting. So right now, just remember, you have to download that NCERT textbook. We have given you the links on the group. Download that NCERT textbook. In 11th standard NCERT textbook, this topic is there in the name of breathing and exchange of gases. So human respiration topic in NCERT textbook is called breathing and exchange of gases. So search for that topic in 11th standard NCERT textbook. And in government textbook, GTB, that book also I have posted the PDF format of that book. In that book, that book is 12th standard book of Maharashtra government textbook. And in that book, the chapter is in the name of respiration. Respiration and circulation is given together. So in that, jo respiration part hai, that respiration is basically human respiration. So in case you are reading from notes and NCERT textbook and government textbook, so I'm just telling you from where to read. Of course, at the moment, even if you just focus on notes, it's okay. But apart from notes, if you want to read from NCERT textbook. If you still have time, read from government textbook as well. So please remember, read only if you have time from government textbook. Otherwise, most of the government textbook points are included in our notes. So I hope you are clear about what to read after understanding this lecture. So let's start with this topic. Human respiration is basically nothing but respiratory system in humans. But to be honest, here we are going to also discuss about a few things about other animals' respiratory system. So first, let me start with the introduction of human respiration. In human respiration, first let us concentrate on word respiration. So what is respiration? Of course, you know, when we say respiration, moment I say respiration, what thought comes to your mind? Yeah, breathing, isn't it? The first thought that comes to your mind is breathing. So question is respiration equal to breathing? Answer is no. Breathing is just a part of respiration. Breathing is not equal to respiration. Breathing is just a part of respiration. Now I'll come to that in some time, the difference between breathing and respiration. So question arises, so what is respiration? Respiration is a process. एक राज की बात बताता हूँ. Whenever there is T-I-O-N, shun at the end of the word, generally it means process. Did I say always? No. I said generally it means process. For example, excretion is a process. Circulation is a process. Respiration is a process. Reproduction is a process. But is institution process? No. Is constitution process? No. Not always. But in biology, especially in biology, most of the times, if there is TION at the end of the word, it is process. Digestion, absorption, all these are processes. So respiration is a process. So question arises, process of what? Process of breaking down of glucose. Do you remember respiration reaction? You have studied in lower grades 9-10 standard में सुना होगा आप लोगों ने about the process. I'll just, if you remember this reaction, I don't know whether you remember this reaction, C6, I think you can't see, wait. See this reaction. What is this? Reaction of respiration. C6H12O6. So what is C6H12O6? Glucose. पता है ना? Energy is derived from glucose. Respiration process uses glucose for production of energy. So C6H12O6 plus 6O2. तो यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? Oxidation of glucose. I don't know whether you have studied oxidation reduction. If you have, good. Oxidation is addition of oxygen. Also, removal of hydrogen, isn't it? And vice versa. I mean, the opposite is reduction. Reduction is addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen. Are you getting my point? So remember, oxidation is addition of oxygen. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Oxygen का addition हो रहा है. So addition of oxygen is oxidation. So what is happening here? Oxidation of glucose. Oxidation of glucose is producing carbon dioxide, water and 38 ATP molecules. Have you heard of this reaction? Most of the students, whichever board you belong to, CBSE or ICSE or SSC, have heard this. इतना बेसिक स्टफ तो डेफिनेटली 8, 9, 10 कोई ना कोई स्टैंडर्ड में आया ही होगा. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus 38 ATP molecules. So question arises, what is ATP molecule? What is ATP? Moment you hear this ATP क्या दिमाग में आता है? Full form is of course adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. But ATP बोलते ही दिमाग में क्या आता है? Energy. I don't know whether you all know. Usable form of energy in your body is ATP. पता है ATP को क्या बोलते हैं? Currency. ATP को क्या बोलते हैं? Currency of the cell. Currency means जैसे अपने इंडिया की करेंसी क्या है? रुपी. तो अगर तुमको कोई भी काम करवाना है तो क्या यूज करना पड़ता है? रुपी. वैसे सेल से अगर तुमको कोई भी काम कराना है तो क्या चाहिए? एनर्जी. एनर्जी मतलब क्या चाहिए? एटीपी. सो सेल विल परफॉर्म फंक्शंस बाय यूजिंग एटीपी. और एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस कहाँ होगा? सेल में. अच्छा, बाय द वे, पता है ना व्हाट आर ऑल? What are y'all? Animals. Of course animals. But what? Homo sapiens. Of course Homo sapiens. You're Homo sapien, you're animal, you're multicellular animal. But one word which is I'm looking for here is organism. What are y'all? Organism. Have you heard of word organism? सुना है ना? So if I ask you what is organism, now if it was live class, definitely you would have answered something or other. But right now, I'll only explain you what is organism. To start with, first tell me what is cell. The basic structural and functional unit of the body. The basic structural and functional unit of the body is called as cell. Now what do you mean by structural unit? that all the structures in your body are made up of cells. जैसे लिवर सेल का बना है, किडनी सेल का बना है, हार्ट सेल का बना है, लंग सेल का बना हो. एवरी पार्ट ऑफ योर बॉडी इज मेड अप ऑफ सेल्स. स्ट्रक्चरल यूनिट ऑफ योर बॉडी इज सेल. और कोई भी फंक्शन तुम्हारे बॉडी में जो हो रहा है, अल्टीमेटली वो फंक्शन कौन परफॉर्म कर रहा है? सेल. एनी फंक्शन परफॉर्म बाय लीवर इज एक्चुअली परफॉर्म बाय सेल इन द लिवर, isn't it? So that's why cell becomes the functional unit. The next question is, what is tissue? Have you heard of tissue? What is tissue? Group of cells. Correct. But there is more to the definition. Group of cells performing similar functions. देखो, अगर मैं लिवर से एक सेल ले लूँ, किडनी से एक सेल ले लूँ, लंग से एक सेल ले लूँ, ब्रेन से एक सेल ले लूँ और उनका ग्रुप बना दूँ, तो कैन आई कॉल इट टिश्यू? No. It has to have, I mean, all the cells in a group have to have similar function. Now, similar function doesn't mean same function. Means their aim should be same. Aim. जैसे स्टमक में जितने भी सेल्स हैं, सबका फंक्शन एग्जैक्टली सेम नहीं है, बट उन सबका एम सेम है, डाइजेशन. सो ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स परफॉर्मिंग सिमिलर फंक्शंस is tissue. Also, if cells are having similar structure, they also form tissue. So either they should have similar structure, similar function, or similar origin. Many times tissue is classified on the basis of origin. Now, since you all are doing, you have heard this, I think, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, these are the three germ layers from where your body parts are formed, isn't it? तो ये germ layers से जो कॉमन ओरिजिन होता है सेल्स का, उसके हिसाब से भी टिश्यूज को क्लासिफाई किया जाता है. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड सेल क्या होता है और टिश्यू क्या होता है. ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स परफॉर्मिंग सिमिलर फंक्शन. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ऑर्गन. तो ऑर्गन क्या होता है? ग्रुप ऑफ टिश्यूज परफॉर्मिंग सिमिलर फंक्शन इज ऑर्गन. एंड ग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्गन्स परफॉर्मिंग सिमिलर फंक्शन इज ऑर्गन सिस्टम. सो व्हाट ऑल सिस्टम्स यू हैव इन योर बॉडी? नर्वस सिस्टम है ना, तभी तो यहाँ बैठे हो, लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहे हो. नर्वस सिस्टम, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम, रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. यू हैव सो मेनी सिस्टम्स, isn't it? Reproductive system, immune system, hormonal system, integumentary system. What is that? Skin, nail, hair, body के integuments, coverings, isn't it? Musculoskeletal system, muscles and bones. So all these systems, they form our body. And what are we? Organisms. So what are organisms? Group of organ systems performing similar functions. Means their aim is same, to keep you alive, to keep you going. So cell form tissue, tissue form organ, organ form organ system, and organ system form organism. Now तुम बोलोगे, sir, why are you telling all this here? To make you understand that ultimately what are you made up of? Cell. And each cell will carry out this reaction. So ये reaction सारे cells में हो रहा है तुम्हारे body का. Of course few exceptions are there, बट मोर और लेस सारे सेल्स में हो रहा है. सो जस्ट नाउ डिड आई प्रूव रेस्पिरेशन इज नॉट इक्वल टू ब्रीदिंग? ब्रीदिंग इज ब्रीदिंग. सो इज दिस रेस्पिरेशन? नो, रेस्पिरेशन इज दिस रिएक्शन. ओके, ऑफ कोर्स यू विल अंडरस्टैंड डिटेल्स इन सम टाइम, बट एट द मोमेंट डिड यू गेट दिस पॉइंट दैट दिस इज रेस्पिरेटरी रिएक्शन. Acha, by the way, this is happening where? In the cell. So to be specific, this is cellular respiration, and this is the most important step of respiration. Most important step of respiration. क्योंकि इसी से एनर्जी मिलेगा, और एनर्जी के वजह से बाकी सारे सेल के फंक्शंस होंगे. सेल विल परफॉर्म ऑल इट्स फंक्शन बाय यूजिंग एटीपी. बट एटीपी कैसे प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है? बाय दिस रिएक्शन. ओके, we'll talk about ATP also in detail. What is ATP and how it is formed? We'll talk about that. At the moment, Did you understand what is respiration, or did you understand what is cellular respiration? Isn't it? So let me tell you this reaction में क्या हो रहा है. Glucose is getting oxidized means क्या हो रहा है? Glucose is getting broken down, and when glucose is getting broken down, energy is released, and that energy is used by ADP and IP to form ATP. अगर सिंपल लैंग्वेज में मेरे को एग्जाम्पल में बोलना है तो ग्लूकोज इज लाइक डॉलर एंड ATP इज लाइक अ रूपी. अब इमेजिन करो तुम $1 लेके भाजी वाले के पास जा रहे हो और उसको बोल रहे हो अरे मुझे $1 का भाजी दे दो. देगा? ऑब्वियसली नहीं देगा. क्यों नहीं देगा? नहीं चलता है डॉलर. इधर करेंसी क्या चलता है? रूपी. तो तुमको पहले डॉलर का क्या कराना पड़ेगा? एक्सचेंज कराना पड़ेगा, छुट्टा कराना पड़ेगा, छुट्टा. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई आई सेड छुट्टा कराना पड़ेगा. सो डॉलर का छुट्टा कराना पड़ेगा, डॉलर को कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा रूपी में. सो सिमिलरली जब हम फूड इनटेक करते हैं, सो जो फूड होता है, फूड से हमको मिलता है ग्लूकोज, एंड ग्लूकोज इज लाइक अ डॉलर. जब सेल में ग्लूकोज जाता है तो वी कैन नॉट यूज डायरेक्टली ग्लूकोज. वी हैव टू फर्स्ट कन्वर्ट ग्लूकोज का एनर्जी इनटू ATP, and for that we require this process called respiration. If respiration doesn't happen, glucose will never get converted to ATP. One student once was asking me, sir, but why can't glucose be used directly? Because glucose has lots of energy. First of all, cell uses ATP for that reason. Second, glucose has lot of energy. जैसे तुमको सपोज भाजी लेनी है, भाजी 10 रुपए की है. अब तुम उसको अगर $1 दे दोगे, मतलब तुम लोग ने क्या किया? अपना नुकसान किया. Isn't it? You are at a loss. You are giving more money for. So suppose सेल को कोई एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म करनी है, सेल नीड्स 10 ATP, और तुम पूरा ग्लूकोज ब्रेक कर रहे हो एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए, वो 10 ATP जितना एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए. सो इन अ वे 28 ATP का लॉस हो गया. See, you understand? The concept is what? Cell uses ATP. तो सेल अगर ATP यूज कर रहा है different एक्टिविटीज के लिए, so don't you think it will make more sense that glucose first gets converted to ATP rather than every time glucose breaks थोड़ा एनर्जी यूज हो रहा है, बाकी सब वेस्ट हो रहा है. Isn't it? So that's the concept behind why this process is important for your body. I don't know whether you all know, this process is called flame of life. फ्लेम समझते हैं? फ्लेम क्या करता है? फ्लेम लाइट एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करता है, हीट एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करता है. अच्छा, बाय द वे, नाउ व्हाट आई मीन हियर इज, जैसे डार्कनेस में जब तुम कैंडल जलाते हो तो फ्लेम की वजह से लाइट आता है एंड यू आर एबल टू सी थिंग्स. मीन्स सो सिमिलरली बॉडी में रेस्पिरेशन इज परफॉर्मिंग द फंक्शन लाइक अ फ्लेम. डार्कनेस दूर कर रहा है बॉडी की. इन अदर वर्ड्स, बॉडी को अलाइव रखने में हेल्प कर रहा है. व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? आई मीन टेक द कंसेप्ट, डोंट गो इनटू लिटरल मीनिंग्स व्हेन आई से सर्टेन थिंग्स. गो इनटू कंसेप्ट. कंसेप्ट इज व्हाट इट इज कॉल्ड फ्लेम ऑफ लाइफ. कि जैसे फ्लेम जब तक रहता है तब तक लाइट रहेगा, डार्कनेस जाता रहेगा. व्हेयरएज बॉडी के लिए अगर सोचो कि जब तक रेस्पिरेशन है तब तक यू आर अलाइव, जैसे रेस्पिरेशन स्टॉप यू विल डाई. So I hope you understood why it is called flame of life. So I hope you understood first of all this reaction, and I hope understood why respiration is important for you. You understood what is respiration giving you, that is ATP. You understood that the respiration is taking place in cell. This reaction is taking place in cell, so it is called cellular respiration. So introduction में यही सब दिया हुआ है, that organisms use oxygen, and oxygen is used indirectly for breakdown of glucose to derive energy for performing various activities. Carbon dioxide is harmful, so it has to be released, and for that we require breathing to release carbon dioxide. Also we require breathing to inhale oxygen. So we take oxygen in, we throw carbon dioxide out. This happens through breathing. So यहाँ पे वही दिया है, and this process commonly is called breathing. I told you moment we use word respiration, if I say respiration, what comes to your mind? Breathing. So ये breathing के बारे में बोलते हैं and general points are given. This you can go through it. The definition of respiration: it is a biochemical process. I hope you understood why it is called biochemical. That reaction was a chemical reaction, and it's happening in living cells. It's a part of biology. I mean, the process is a part of biology. That's how the term was derived. Biochemical process, in which organic compound, glucose is an organic compound, isn't it? So we'll talk about organic compound in some time. So organic compound here means glucose are oxidized to liberate chemical energy. ATP is a chemical energy, isn't it? ATP is a chemical energy. Whenever you are asked chemical energy in the body, it is ATP. Then this chemical energy, if released at once, might result in brief blast of light. मतलब ऐसे suddenly ऐसे light appear होगा अगर सारी energy एक साथ release हो गई, and also cell might burn out. So we don't want cell to burn out. So energy from glucose is not released at once. It is released in stepwise manner. That is what it means. It is released in stepwise manner, and it is trapped in chemical bonds of ATP. I'll talk about ATP in next video. And ATP molecules are biologically useful energy currency of cell. It's also called as energy coin, energy currency, and it is formed by joining of ADP and IP. ADP, it is adenosine diphosphate, and IP is inorganic phosphate. So I'll talk about that also when I talk about ATP. Then I told you about this this reaction, and in this reaction ATP is formed, and यहाँ पे देख सकते हो ATP लिखा है. Hydrolysis का मतलब होता है water will be used in this reaction. So ATP is now broken down to form ADP and IP. So whatever energy was stored between ADP and IP is released again, and this energy is used for life activities. And for respiration process, what you need is respiratory organs, what you need is blood and body cells. All these three things play important role in respiration. I am going to explain you this again in next video. Blood is for transport of gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide, and cells will produce energy as well as use energy. Alright, so I'll talk about ATP in next video lecture. Also we will start with respiratory system in next video lecture.